I want to talk to you about Optery versus DeleteMe versus Hello Privacy. Which one should you go for this year? Of course, we are speaking about data removers. Okay, so here are the removers I want you to really think about. First of all, let me talk about Optery. So when you think about Optery actually does a great job in terms of helping you remove your data from hundreds of sites at the click of a button. So this is kind of cool, and you are able to get things done a lot faster. So when you think about Optery, think about affordable pricing, think about effectiveness, think about a user-friendly interface, and you also want to think about scalability. So when I speak about affordable pricing, the service takes it into consideration the pockets of any user. So from a free user to higher priced plans, the platform actually makes data privacy accessible even at their highest price point of $24.99. It's worth every cent because you actually can potentially receive a lot in return for your money. That's really good. And so in terms of effectiveness, the fact that Optery can go through hundreds of data broker sites and remove your data is pretty fantastic. Okay, you have a very user-friendly interface, also wonderful. Now, some of the things that you might not like through Optery is that you have customer support that's not always decent, if you will. You have unclear opt-out process, a very unclear opt-out process, and also you might have limited custom removal requests actually. So while Optery does allow users to request custom removals from let's say different websites with a paid plan, you will realize that sometimes it's not always consistent. So this could be a little problematic here. So bottom line is, when you think about Optery, think about a service that's really fast in terms of removing your data from the likes of White Pages or Redaris, for instance. Okay, and getting started with Optery is pretty fast too. So when you first sign up with Optery, you'll have three options to do so. You can either use your Google account, email, or single sign-on, and each of this will ask you for your personal details, like your full name, your birth year, for instance, or even better, you can have your city and U.S. state. So as soon as you provide that info, you'll realize that Optery will give you a set of options. As you can see on the screen here, you have four options when it comes to Optery pricing. You have the free plan, the core plan, the extended plan, and the ultimate plan. And so that's the ultimate plan. That's what I was telling you a little earlier, that the ultimate plan, the maximum it can set you back is $24.99, which is pretty decent, really, by the way. And the upgrading process with Optery is pretty straightforward too. So to upgrade, you just want to click on upgrade on your dashboard, and that's it. You can choose the plan that works for your specific needs. So the Optery Ultimate dashboard is pretty straightforward, pretty comprehensive, giving you all kinds of options, by the way. Okay, so you are able to get things done fast. So when you think about the features of Optery, at the ultimate level, I mean, at the free level, you have personalized exposure reports, self-service removal tools, the ability to see the exposure of hundreds of sites, unlimited cities and states, and email support. And the next plan, the core plan, you have everything in the free basic: removals from 108 sites, monthly automated removals and scans, opt out and exposure reporting tools. That's really good. And the extended, you have everything in core: removals from 228 sites, unlimited name variation searches. That's really good. Unlimited cities and states, and you have a combination of human and machine approach with assigned human privacy agent for QA. And you also have removal reports with screenshots every 90 days. And the ultimate, you have everything in the extended: removals from 333 sites, unlimited custom request, Google outdated content removal, and you also have priority email support. So that's really good from a flexibility point of view. So overall, when you think about Optery, think about flexibility, but think about speed of execution too. So that's really important to think about it this year. So overall, Optery does not script information from the dark web. but they do provide a comprehensive set of services anyway, so that's really good. Next, I want to talk to you about DeleteMe. So DeleteMe is another data removal service that you might want to really think about. Okay, and so when you think about DeleteMe, I want you to think about affordability. That's for sure. I want you to also think about speed. So you are able to get your data removed real fast from the likes of whitepages.com, Redaris, among others. Okay, and DeleteMe actually has a less user-friendly interface than Optery. For instance, DeleteMe will ask you questions such as your full name, your alternate names, your birth date, your gender, your marital status, your email address, your social media profiles, your family members, your court records, phone numbers, employers, and more. Now, it might ask you if you have it. That's fine. If not, they're not going to really push too much. But yeah, for us, this is too much to ask. So what is really DeleteMe? DeleteMe is just a service that provides privacy for people like you and me. They help customers remove personal, sensitive information from data broker websites so random people and companies can't really buy it. So while everything these data brokers do is legal, thankfully there is some government regulations. Data brokers must legally offer a way to request that our data be removed. And you might be thinking, great, I'll submit my request today. And that actually sounds like a good. Sorry about this. That sounds like a good idea, but let me tell you that it's really more complicated. That's why you want to outsource the whole thing anyway. And so DeleteMe does a great job in the sense that DeleteMe it gives you an onboarding process that's really fast, so you can be onboarded real fast. Sign up is very easy, and the dashboard is pretty straightforward too. Okay, and you will get once you actually go through the process, you will actually get periodic reports from DeleteMe. It can be every month, it can be every quarter, it can be you choose actually the timing of updates that you want to have anyway. And DeleteMe will actually but by the way, everything is automated. The system will send those notifications every 30 days or so that you actually sort of specified. I want to talk to you a little bit about the key features that you can really expect if you were to go with DeleteMe this year. So you have DeleteMe privacy reports. So the privacy report is pretty detailed, pretty comprehensive, giving you all kinds of informations in a very granular manner. So if you care about your reputation real fast and you want to really know what's really happening around your name, your good name online, DeleteMe will provide that info to you. What are the pros and cons also when it comes to DeleteMe? Well, first of all, DeleteMe actually gives you a lot of privacy. DeleteMe actually does a great job when it comes to user interface. Okay, basically there are many different data removal services on the market, but DeleteMe is really fast. Now, DeleteMe doesn't offer as many sites as Optery, but it does offer a good solid 100 to 200 websites. So that's really good, at least from a beginning point of view. Okay, and this is really good. And so DeleteMe actually does also a better job when it comes to keeping you abreast of what's happening. Okay, now DeleteMe is not as sophisticated and broad and deep as Incogni or Optery, but again, if you're looking for a mid-market data removal service this year, really DeleteMe can really help you out. Okay, now DeleteMe will not sell your data. That's really important. You have to really you have to really be sure that they are not going to sell your data. Plus, the privacy policy on their website says that you retain the ownership over all the personal information that you submit to DeleteMe service, and Abine will never sell it. By the way, Abine is actually the parent company that's really sort of quote unquote supervising DeleteMe. So that's really important. When you think about DeleteMe is actually charging you somewhere from $349 to $375 every 2 years. So you can see that DeleteMe, from that point of view, could be give or take more or less expensive than Optery, but it's not, because when you think about 360 for 2 years, that's really like 180 per year, and that's like what, $15 per month. So not really that much of a difference between Delete Me and Optery. Let me talk to you now about Hello Privacy. We're still talking about Optery versus Delete Me versus Hello Privacy. When you think about Hello Privacy, think about a data removal service run by reputation management company, Brand Yourself. And so this company actually offers the very basics of data removal services, letting you as a user scan and remove data from the web yourself with some handy guides, but there is little in the way of advanced features, putting Hello Privacy behind many of its rivals in the data removal industry. Okay, so Hello Privacy can do way more. Right now, they're not really where they should be at. Okay, so it's pretty cheap when you think about it. I mean, they're charging you a $9.99 per month, but that's because you're doing a lot of stuff. All of the stuff they're not doing it for you. You have to do it. Okay, and it's very easy to use. That's for sure. But Hello Privacy remains more basic than rivals, and you have fewer settings to actually play with. Okay, so think about that. So it's one of those things where Hello Privacy is for you if you care about pricing. So if price or your budget is really important for you, then Hello Privacy is actually the go-to tool. So in terms of pricing, I've said this before, but pretty straightforward, pretty transparent. $9.99 per month, billed at $833 when you are on the annual plan. Annual plan, okay. What about the basic features here? So, like all the data removal services, the primary function of Hello Privacy is to really scan the web for your personal data and remove it, either by reaching out to each data broker or website or by using human agents to do so, okay? So the service actually protects the following data: your full name, age, gender, birthday, phone number, current address, and past addresses, the names of family members, email addresses, social media profiles, and arrest records. So that's really good from a privacy preservation point of view. And so this is kind of cool. Now, the thing is that Hello Privacy can go a little further, but they don't go. It's like they do not want to go a little further. So it's a little problematic. Now, there are actually some cases where Hello Privacy can go a little further, but the thing is that let me talk to you about the advanced features, and you will see that the advanced features are not really that advanced either. Okay, so basically, when you think about advanced features, basically you have two things when it comes to Hello Privacy. You have a business, like a B2C sort of offer, and you have a B2B offer also. So the B2C offer is pretty straightforward. So you are basically preserving the usual data in terms of removal services, the ability to delete old accounts, and social media cleanup. Okay, there are also dark web monitoring services for both consumer and enterprise that really is included within Hello Privacy. So that's really good. And so in terms of enterprise, Hello Privacy lets companies add its privacy features to proprietary products and protect employees from having their data leaked. So that's really cool. These tools can be integrated into products with a revenue sharing agreements with Hello Privacy via its API and white label web portal. What about the support here? Hello Privacy is actually run and owned by Brand Yourself, a company that helps with reputation management and offers a few different services. So the street actually address is located in New York City and Pennsylvania, okay? And the company actually offers the standard set of emails for support as well as blog, although it hasn't been updated since 2022. So, and there's no phone number, by the way. So if you want to have somebody on the phone, this could be a little problematic, okay? Now, Delete Me has been around for nearly 15 years now. So it's pretty, they do have a pretty track record, okay? But overall, we will not actually recommend Hello Privacy over Delete Me or Optery. So basically, Hello Privacy is a data removal service that you might rely on if you love to do things DIY style and you don't care about paying a low amount for the service and do a lot of stuff yourself. So that's something to really think about. So what's our preference here? When you think about Optery versus DeleteMe versus Hello Privacy, which one should you go for this year? Before I give you our pick, okay? You have to really understand that you always have the possibility to delete yourself from internet search results. You don't have to go through a third party to do it for you. You can do it yourself. But it's just that it's so time consuming. It really consumes a lot of time. And if you're busy, if you have a full time job, you don't want to. The last thing you want is to spend hours upon hours trying to chase those websites so they can remove your name. Okay, so you can use a search engine if you want to do it yourself. You can use a search engine. You want to also lock down or delete social media accounts. This is a great possibility to actually fix things at the beforehand. So if you delete social media accounts, that's kind of cool because it really adds an extra layer of protection around your data. You also want to delete old unused accounts. What I'm trying to tell you here is that it's just a lot better to protect your data before instead of doing afterwards. Be proactive instead of being reactive. Okay. You want to clean up also a forum post that relates to your name or your identity. That will help you also. You want to contact webmasters. If it's not a lot of websites, you can do it yourself also. And you can request that people find your websites, delete your information. Now, you might actually ask them and they might do it. And in some cases, your data can creep back in after a few days. Okay. But also deactivate email accounts. So really, it's one of those things where you have to really find out what really works for you. And you can also remove your personal information from Google search actually. So things like you can really reach out to Google. I actually finished a video about this topic. So you can really reach out to Google and say, please take out my data. And for instance, if you have exposed personal identifiable information, if you have explicit images, including adult content, if you have involuntary fake pornography, if you have image of minors, or if you have information from websites with exploitative removal practices such as those that demand payment, you have the possibility to ask Google to actually remove things for you. Okay. So what's our pick here? Optery versus DeleteMe versus Hello Privacy. Which one should you go for? Our best choice is pretty simple. It's Optery. Okay. Hello Privacy is pretty limited. DeleteMe is kind of similar to Optery, but Optery has way more offers, a more comprehensive offer this year. So here's an epilogue into this conversation. I spoke to you about Optery versus DeleteMe versus Hello Privacy. I gave you the removers, the preference, the pick, and now the epilogue. Thank you so much. God bless you. I'll see you next time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.